Towards the end of 2022, I leveraged LinkedIn to host 5-day challenges to enroll clients in a 6-month group coaching program. Since then, I've been able to move a few blocks from the beach and pay off a large amount of medical debt. When I first started to host my monthly challenges, I didn't know what to expect because I saw a lot of gurus and coaches fill their events using Facebook ads. I also noticed that they had a marketing or even a coaching team to assist them, and they had medium to extensive email lists. And I didn't have any of those things when I first started out. It was my first time selling high ticket coaching, $6,000 to $8,000. All of my coaching programs prior to this, I charged between $100 and $500 a month per client. Now, if you do the math, it's a $500 per client increase at the highest level. Today in this video, I'm going to break down how much money I made my first year selling a group coaching program with less than 500 subscribers on my email list and one assistant. Keep in mind, I leveraged LinkedIn, one social media platform, to promote this event. I was running a 5-day challenge once per month, which is 5 hours per month. And I was also coaching 1 to 2 hours per week, depending on how many cohorts I was running at that time. Also keep in mind that my coaching program was $6,000 paid in full. However, clients were able to enroll on a monthly basis, paying $650 per month, totaling $8,000 for the program. I ran my very first challenge December 2022 with 10 days to prepare. So I was shocked that my very first month, I pulled in $7,012.93. This was a mixture of clients who paid in full and clients who were on payment plans. But I have to tell you, I was very shocked at my very first event making this much money. Not to mention, I already had clients who were going to pay in January. So technically in my database, I made over $15,000. If you want to know all the steps to prepare for your 3-day, 5-day challenge, or even webinar, let me know in the comments and I'll be more than happy to make a video describing the steps on how to prepare to host your own online event. In January 2023, I hosted another 5-day challenge and I was able to close clients and I made $11,004.94. I remember this month the revenue was a little bit higher because in December's challenge, I already had clients who were willing to enroll, but they weren't able to pay until January. So this definitely brought up my revenue a little bit more. By this time, I was already running my group coaching program. It launched mid-January, but I was still enrolling clients and I had clients enrolling all the way up until March. So let's go ahead and take a look at what I brought in February. In February 2023, I hosted another 5-day challenge and I was able to bring in $4,484.92. After the program began, I realized that I had to kind of cap the enrollment for cohort A. So I decided to run one final challenge in March to secure a few more clients who were going to be a part of cohort A. After March's challenge, I was able to secure $4,795.93. Again, some of this income is from clients who were already paying on payment plans or new clients who enrolled in payment plans as well. Okay, so April is an interesting month. In this month, I decided to enroll in a group coaching program myself. And so during this month, I was very bogged down with a lot of learning and enrolling in my own program that the challenge didn't really go as I anticipated. However, I was still able to secure payments of $3,105.44. I have to note that running 5-day challenges are very exhausting. They take a lot of your energy. Even if you're only running them one time a month, it's a lot of prep because you're sending out email campaigns, you're promoting on social media, and you're really trying to ramp yourself up for the event. You also want to make sure that you have your slide deck in order, as well as your offers very clear and concise, because you are going to be hopping on calls and you are going to be talking to your potential clients in order to secure them in a spot in your group coaching program. So after already running the challenge multiple months, I saw myself burning out around April. Not to mention, I was dealing with an emergency medical condition and going from doctor appointment to doctor appointment, trying to figure out when I was going to have my surgery. So when May 2023 came around, I was quite shocked about how much income I made made after running this challenge. Not only was I prepping to have emergency surgery, I was also out for a couple weeks. But after running the challenge, a few days before I was going into surgery, I ended up making $12,505.44. Not to be too dramatic, but running these challenges literally saved my life. I was able to pay for a lot of out-of-pocket expenses that my health insurance did not cover. So in this time of my life, I can say that these challenges really was godsend. In June 2023, I decided to host another 5-day challenge. I was quite shocked at how successful June's event was, and maybe it was because it was the onset of summer and people had more time, but I was able to close clients, and that month I made $13,090.45. I also want to notate the reason why there's a spike in revenue in June was because I was promoting a new cohort. This cohort was cohort B that was going to start their group coaching program in July. In July of 2023, this actually ended up being my final challenge for the year, and I was able to bring in $5,696.44. And you're probably wondering, Dupay, why didn't you just continue to run challenges for the rest of the year? You're right, I could have, but I was really going through burnout at this time, and I was running 2 group coaching programs, one on Tuesday and the other on Wednesday, and it just became a lot for me. So I decided to take a break. So I want to notate that I did not run challenges for the rest of the year. However, the revenue that was coming in were clients who were on payment plans. So I'm going to go ahead and share what the revenue was for each of those months moving forward. In August 2023, I made $8,520.43. Now, this is pretty good money, right, for not hosting an event. I can say that I remember that I was doing some VIP days as well, and that was a prerequisite to get into CCA, which was the name of my group coaching program. In September 2023, I was able to make $6,013.45. Now, you're going to notice a pattern as we get towards the end of the year. At the end of the year, around October, I decided that I was going to kind of slow down because I wanted to spend more time with my family. I usually go home for the holidays in November and December, and I just didn't want to get bogged down with hosting events. Not only that, I was really wrapping up cohort A, whose final days was going to be approaching in January. So I was teaching at a faster pace at this time, not to mention I was creating a portal of resources, downloadable digital products for each cohort that they will be able to keep after they end the program. This brings me to October 2023. I made $4,947.43. Now we're almost close to the end of the year. So in November, again, I wasn't running any challenges, but I was still able to bring in $3,956.46. Now we're on our final month, December 2023. And the reason why I'm going to December 2023 is because I ran my very first challenge in December 2022. So I want to really give you the span of the 12 to 13 months that I hosted this event. So in December 2023, I brought in $1,776.45. Not a lot of money. However, in this month, I ended up taking the entire month off. Most of my clients who were in cohort A, they were already complete with their payment plans. And we had only a few more sessions in January after the holidays just to wrap up the 6-month group coaching program. As well as in cohort B, a lot of my clients ended up paying in full over time. They ended up completing their payment plans, and I wasn't onboarding any new clients at this time. Okay, so as promised, I'm gonna go ahead and share with you my grand total of what I made just running events and hosting a group coaching program. Again, this was very new to me. This was an additional stream of income. This was something that I wanted to try out and see if I can do. I was able to make $86,910.71. Now, when you compared that to what I made the previous year, $15,467 just selling digital products, this was a huge increase for me. As you can see, this is a 461% increase from the previous year. All in all, I was able to make a significant amount of money selling a group coaching program, which was an additional stream of income in 2022 and 2023. And I did all of this with free marketing, leveraging LinkedIn and my small email list. Now, I know this may not be a lot of money for some people. I know there are coaches and consultants out there who make 6 to 7 figures per month running events. But these coaches and consultants not only have large teams helping them, they also have money to put towards ad spend. They also have a large email list, as well as some of them have a very large platform. But if you're like me, who was new to selling group coaching programs, especially high ticket offers, you never ran an event before selling, you also don't have a very large email list, you may not even have a very large social media presence, this may be a great additional income stream or even a main stream of income for you if you're willing to give it a try. Now that I have my digital products built out, because I spent a year coaching in these programs, I have a lot of resources that I gave my clients. So now I plan on opening up an Etsy shop where I'm going to be selling digital products for small business owners whose side hustle is content creation. I'll be documenting my journey here so that way you guys can see the exact systems and processes that I implement and you can implement it too, especially if you are willing to do the work and you want to become an online entrepreneur as well as a content creator. And finally, I wanted to say again, if you have any questions on how to start and launch a group coaching program or how to even start and launch your own event, feel free to put your questions in the comments and I'll be more than happy to answer them.